I thought we'd do a little bit of administrative stuff, which is if you're not on the registry, let's make sure you know how to get on. And if you are on the registry, then what we need to do just as a community in the registry. So Lee gave me this wonderful title of how it works and make it work for you. And the way it works for you is your data coming in, adding it to other folks, and we learn. I always tell everyone, I learn. I learn from every individual. I learn from every group. So you can be part of the registry one of two ways. You can have a physician who is interested and has an IRB, the Internal Review Board, that allows him to send data, or you can do it yourself. So you can call me and get started. And you can have an appointment, and we can talk, and we can get going on a consent. Your doctor with the IRB will do the same thing. So it's either way. You do not have to stay in one place. You can go from doctor to doctor. You can do this yourself. But if you happen to be at a bigger institution, the University of Washington, University of Michigan, these bigger institutions, they will have a way for the physicians to put your data into the registry. The registry has paperwork, as everybody has. There's checklists. You will always hear me say, send me the data, send me the hard copy. It's the first thing out of my mouth, generally. So that paperwork comes in, whether it's from you coming in and sending it directly to me, or whether it's your physician. Either way, it's about the information. The information is what helps us to understand what's going on for you as a person. Most people will be accepted. There is some people that will not be. Very few. If it's a physician who has sent the paperwork in, we will tell them. They will tell you. If it's yourself, we will tell you directly. There are some reasons. Someone who might have lupus, that is a difficult situation, and it's confusing. And it would not be a reason to be in the neutropenia registry. That's one of the main reasons. They can also be neutropenic, so it's a disappointment. But we want to be sure we understand this group very well, and by having people really making sure we know the diagnosis. For people in the United States, where we can ship medication, we will actually send the medication from a pharmacy. We will get the prescription from your doctor, or the doctor who is registering you will send that. It is a shame that we cannot send the medication outside the United States, but it has to do with how fragile the medication is. It cannot travel that far. It has to maintain cold, and it has to be delivered within a 24-hour time period. So for people in the States, we're glad we can share, and for people not in the States, we wish we could. So part of what registration is what the type of paperwork that I'm going to want to see. So CBCs, everybody knows, everybody's got CBCs done. We're going to want people to do bone marrows. If a bone density's been done, genetic testing is becoming very common now. And we absolutely want you to share that with us, to let us confirm what's happening with you, why this is happening. And then now, we're looking very much at the autoimmune testing that's available. There's much more sophisticated, and we definitely want to bring that information into the registry. It makes the registry stronger the more information we have. Once you're in, then all things are great, and you go on to hearing from us once a year. Once a year, we want to actually have the same kind of information you shared before. Your CBCs, your bone marrows, bone densities, any new gene analysis tests that have been done. We also want to know if you're ever hospitalized. And that can come just from summaries of that hospitalization. And we want to know a lot about the Neupogen. We want to know how much you take and how much you weigh so we can figure out your dose. Because what we've learned over the years is that some people do really, really well with a low dose. Some people need a little more, some people need a lot. And to define that is very important. So the more information you send me, the more I can do with it. Emily Tran is the coordinator, and she put this together for me because this is many times she has to call people to confirm what's going on with their dosing. So if you never take medication, you're going to check a box on these forms that we send you. If you take the medication every day and it never changes, you're going to put it up there, and you'll notice one of the things, here's this date right here to this date. Those will be reflecting the dates we're asking about. So here is a person who's actually changed the dose because they got bigger. And here's a person who resolved, which does happen. And we just want to know that. And we do not want you to go off the registry if you stop taking Neupogen. We definitely want to keep that information coming in because we are finding people who seem to be recovering. And we want to know that group. Who is that group and why are they recovering and how many years does that take? And then there's some people who can permanently stop, and we want to continue to hear from them. So we know of some people now that have been 10 years without taking Neupogen. And we love hearing that, and we love getting those forms in every year. They don't necessarily get their blood counts done. They just write and tell us, give us this information, and there's other pages to these forms. So if you can send those forms in to me every year, we keep building the registry and building on information. Also, tomorrow, in the room that Mara was telling us about, there is from 3 to 5 an opportunity if you have not sent blood to have genetic testing for the Elaine mutation. We're now doing it on saliva, and I have a table, and you'll see this little poster, and we will collect saliva from anyone who's neutropenic that has not had that Elaine testing done or other testing. If you have had an Elaine test, I would still love to have you give us a sample because we will bank it. And as testing goes along, your DNA will be there and we'll be able to work with it. So anyone who wants to join us and give us a little, as I tell all the children, give me some spit, we very much would like to have you to join the research. So that is just the administrative thing, how you get in and how you stay current. And it's always, especially as you feel better and you have an active life and you become knowing yourself well, as Olivia does, it becomes, oh my gosh, there's the papers. It's been a year already. So it's important that we do keep that information coming in because without it, we really can't understand neutropenia the way we need to.